YouTubing.
Ugh.
Have you seen the new Spider-Verse movie?
I haven't. I really want to, though.
It's so good. You have to see it. I was like, oh my god.
Oops. There we go. Now we can watch how slow it takes for my phone to install all the apps in real time.
Cinnamoroll!
Yes.
My wallpaper is pom-pom now.
Nice. Now the lock screen is a different little guide.
Aww.
Yeah. I have
It's got
matching like
lemonade.
wallpapers on mine. Apple Watch too.
Does your Apple Watch count like your steps?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I want that actually. I kinda want that. I need fucking earbuds or headphones or AirPods. I don't have anything. I don't have a device that I can put in my ear. Like, at all.
Do they have minisos in Ohio?
Huh?
Miniso,
What?
kind of like Daiso, but mini-so instead.
I don't know what that is.
Oh. Never mind then. That's fair, Hades. Reminds you why you love movies. Not now. I don't remember the password for that. I do remember that one. Let me not show my screen while I enter that.
Yeah, I have like a pair of earbuds with the wire, but they only go to my laptop, so it's not like I use them because most of the time, like, you know, you're using your phone for like music or whatever. And then I had like headphones, like a headset, and it fucking like broke like a million times, and I was done fixing it. I'm just done. Okay, like I need a new device.
Oh no. I've just been using my AirPods.
Yeah, no, I need AirPods. Like, I should have spent my like. Yeah, I got some graduation money from my grandparents. Like when I graduated, and it was like the exact amount that AirPods are. I was like, oh, I know what I'm gonna get with this. And then I went to the mall and I just bought other things. By the time I made it to the Apple store, I was like, I'm out of money.
Oh no. Lately, whenever I use them, since I mostly use them when streaming nowadays, I'll just like use one earbud at a time. So, because like sometimes my streams are longer than their like battery life, so just like I'll just switch out the earbuds. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Finish setting up iPhone, yes, please. Or no, that's like other things. Never mind. Later. Just give me my OnStars English, please. That's all I ask for right now. Give me it. Oh?
Yeah.
Is it actually working? Is it because I double tapped it? Heck yeah.
And like when I like I work out on like my parents' treadmill here, and it's like I just put my phone up there and like play whatever show or music I want. But when I go to like the rec center at college, like I can't play my shit out loud. I'm just there
Yeah.
musicless.
Aww.
I need a device.
Yay, OnStars finally downloaded. We don't have to wait another 84 years.
I will wait for Ray Sakuma for 1,000 years.
Probably not have me re-sign in, right? Or does it already remember? It already remembers. That's Himeru's birthday. Amazing. Stream's not getting audio. That's a problem. Oh, is my phone on silent?
Happy birthday, Himeru.
There we go. Okay, let me turn off the music that I've been playing because that's not needed anymore. There we go. I mean, if my iPhone 12 was blue, I'd probably name it Himeru again. Hello Nova Cindy, welcome on in. Thank you for the head pats.
Oh, I see the chat.
Yeah?
I had my screen on like silly mode.
Silly mode.
I didn't notice. You know, like YouTube does that too, where it like pulls the screen like elongated for some reason.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, never mind. Ooh, a free pool! Wow!
Where is it? There's too many things. There it is. Who will I get? Yeah.
I got shoe.
Nice. Why do you sound so upset?
My 6th copy of this.
Ah, that would do it.
I'm gonna tweet it though, so I get dialed.
I got Tatsumi.
Tatsumi.
Oval screen.
Oh, I got yellow lights.
Nice. Let me pull the thingy. Thank you.
I got a 4-star of one of the damn twins.
Nice. Maybe.
And I already had it, so.
Look at how little I've logged in this week. Oops.
Yeah, no, I haven't been here in like a month or two. I know, shit. I used to be so good about just getting the login, though.
Yeah. Oh, I've been kicked from being president again. What the heck?
Oh no, wait. Who's
Why?
president?
The one rando that joined at the very beginning.
Damn. We've lost power.
You're still VP, but...
Oh, I am. Oh.
Yeah.
Is for me.
Our very vacant room.
Wait, check the chat. It lets me say that.
Beautiful. Story.
Oh, it's the one event with that song that goes so hard. I don't even know what it's called. I love that song. That's like the song of Meru.
Yeah, where's that SF story? Where is it hiding? Is it in like main story? Yeah, part 2. There it is. Oh, it's like all unlocked because it's like main story, I guess. That's
oh,
convenient.
nice. Okay. Yeah, no, duh. We should read this.
Yeah.
It's not even that long.
Yeah. The gatekeeper. Let me know when you're ready.
I am ready.
Excellent.
I was like, you were like, this is the one where like, the crab, and I was like, oh yes. Like, I immediately knew like what arc of the story this is going to be.
And when I think the last time that we actually did stream, like the event was about to like come out, and you made a comment about the crab card, so. Anyways, late October in the Sky Garden of the ES building. Hajime.
Wait, is this like on the roof? No, it's not.
I don't know anymore, ma'am.
What the fuck?
I don't know how the layouts
okay.
lay out. Time for my silly, deep Hajime voice because it's funny.
Yeah.
Look, Hanzu, the flowers are blooming beautifully. Thank you for helping me take care of them every day, Anzu. I know you must be busy since you've become a crucial person in ES. You probably don't have time to care for the flower bed these days, right? You mean I'm as busy as you, and for you, it's like taking a break? Is this just gonna be Hajime the entire part of this? Okay.
It's the new Ira.
I'm glad to hear that. You're right. It's relaxing, though caring for flowers isn't easy. For me, it's more soothing than tiring. Looking at how those cute and healthy flowers bloom cheers me. Just cheers you? Okay.
Cheers me.
Whoa. That was so scary. A helicopter just flew really close to the wall of the ES building. I thought it was going to crash into us. That's startling, yeah. Wait, the wind that helicopter produced just messed up the entire flower bed. Not the flowers.
Guy.
Yeah. He's new.
Ugly.
Yeah, he is ugly.
His hair, like the color of it, it's like olive oil, greasy
It's like
looking.
puke
I don't
green.
know. I don't like it.
Yeah. I vote you read us in because it'd be funny.
But if you vote and I vote, then who's flying this plane? Yeah, I can read him for the sake of, like, you are Hajime in this moment.
Okay.
I don't know what he sounds like.
A freak. I don't know.
Do you know who voices him?
No clue. He has kind
I'm
of a
looking it
low
up.
voice, though.
Oh, it's Shunsuke Takeuchi. I think I know that name.
It sounds familiar, but probably because it sounds like pretty much any Japanese name ever, honestly.
Yeah, no, he sounds like a guy that's in shows for girls. You know what I mean? Like, I know I've heard this name, but like,
Yeah.
I can't off the top of my head. Okay, anyways, let me say this first.
Hajime sound.
It was an accident. I did not mean any harm. If anything, it would be the flower's fault for blooming there.
Huh? What? Who is this person? When did he get behind us? Anzu would sometimes approach me quietly like that. Maybe he jumped down from that helicopter? No. How could that be? He would have hurt his legs and even broken his bones. But the entrance door on the rooftop seems to be closed. Is he a ghost? Oh no.
Gatekeeper!
Whoa, what now?
What does he call it?
Jimenyan?
I don't know that. I've never heard that.
It's from like the Boogie Time event where it was like rabbits and to eat in. So like Ibarra was like the 5-star. I think he has long hair in that chord. Because they were doing a variety show and one of their tasks were to give each other like silly nicknames. So Ibarra's is Jimenyan for Hajime and then Hajime calls Ibarra Ibanyan.
Yeah, no, I know that card. Jimenyan, and you, Anzu, stay away from that man right now.
What? Why Ibanyan? Sorry, I have no idea what's going on.
I've learned about 3 things from what just happened. 1, the security of the ES building is pretty lax. 2, few people here know me. 3, you lot are complete cowards. I came to see if you have any improvement, but I'm disappointed. Like always, you are unwilling to engage in any conversation with others. It is reassuring that you haven't changed at all, my grand uncle. On paper I am, but it's annoying when you take liberties to call me in such a casual way. Ibarra, you half-assed brat. If you want to cause even the slightest bit of damage to me, you should hug me without further ado, and then whisper some words of love into my ears. I would if our God were here. He grants meaning to any actions. What I did just now certainly has a point. Before you could pick on Anzu and the others, I managed to draw your attention to me. I don't see the point, and I was only playing along with you because I can't say we're strangers. Feel free to boast about it and make it sound like an accomplishment. Things would be a lot easier if problems could be solved by giving you candy.
I wish I had like a face cam or like an actual live 2D model because I'm just making some faces at like this interaction.
Yeah!
Do you know this person, Ivanyan?
I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, he is my distant relative, more or less. Because it is more convenient that way.
Come to think of it, you called him Grand Uncle just now, right?
You! Grabs him!
Hajime sound.
Do not take interest in me. I will kill you if you do. Damn!
Hello?
Why does it have to be Hajime, just the one standing there?
Where Hajime sounds.
Professionals should not threaten innocent people.
What? Ivanyan, when did he get behind me? Why is everyone moving without making any sound? I mean, why do strange things keep happening today? Or Hajime did not sign up for this.
I've learned about 3 things from your reactions. 1. You have not neglected emergency response training. 2. You've gained something important that can cloud your judgment. 3. The idols in this country haven't made any progress at all. We're all like domestic pigs that have gone wild after your owner left. Perhaps I should have gotten rid of you before you were fattened up and fed to other beasts. I thought I'd be presumptuous to speculate the will of God, so I let the weeds grow. Yet I can't help but feel that it's time to get my hands on them. You are too wretched to look at. Did you come all the way from overseas just to make these complaints? My actions have nothing to do with my intentions. Everything is in accordance with the will of God. My God ordained it, so here I am. Don't ask me why. I'm not a pastor. I'm the gatekeeper. I will judge who is legitimate to step into the realm of God and exclude those who are not. Only God knows why such a person like me can be the only survivor. Poor Hajime.
Yeah, he does not need to be here, yet he is.
Oh, that's all.
For Hajime.
Yeah, I thought it was like Ibarra's not related to him, but then like he finds out like he is, or I don't know.
I don't know, man. Well, I guess time for the real prologue.
Yeah, what
Mid-November, Hokkaido, one qualifying round of SS. A hero. SS, the dawn of a new story.
SS, they're the door to a new era.
SS, the once-in-a-year festivity.
SS, the grandest extravaganza for idols.
So, hello, everyone in Hokkaido. We're Alkaloid, a new idol unit born in ES and growing up in Star Pro. Nice to meet you all here. They're in sync.
Yeah.
Music notes from Hero.
I really want to ask, since when did Hero's weird greetings become our signature tagline? But in-jokes are not proper in such a circumstance. It'll only sound like we're throwing a wet blanket.
Haha, a few should be okay. We're little-known rookies in the country, so it would be a big win if anything of us lets people remember us.
Yeah, people tend to remember glaring mistakes and unpleasant experiences, but it's probably an instinct to avoid danger and a function of humans. Okay, Hero.
Function of humans.
I feel like Crazy B, who we are often compared with, has gained recognition by spreading negative comments about themselves. In other words, they stand out because of the constant bombshells on their way forward.
They have their rules, and we have ours. Don't compare us to anyone else, okay?
That's right. It's our specialty to take everything seriously and go one step at a time. That's why we've been selected to take the fair play oath here at Hokkaido qualifying round of SS. We have a stable track record and earned trust that Alkaloid won't cause accidents.
I thought we got picked simply because there are no famous idols in this region. It's like the method of exclusion.
But what about Trickstar, the previous winner of SS? Who else could be more appropriate for the oath session?
They suddenly decided to start from the qualifying round, even though they've become one of the seeded units as the winner of last year's SS. It wasn't the original plan, so even if Trickstar was suddenly asked to do the oath part, the staff wouldn't have time to prepare everything on site. Plus, Trickstar is famous for making trouble and doing weird things.
Indeed. They do act in unique ways.
I'm not too familiar with them. Is Trickstar also a unit that attracts attention by a bad reputation like BZB?
I feel sorry if they were bracketed together. Trickstar was the winner of last year's SS. An old eagle is still stronger than a young crow, you know?
I still don't quite understand the significance of the event called SS, though. I've done some research and also grasped a general idea from Ira's enthusiastic introduction, but I still can't come to terms with it. I feel like other idols' reactions and mine on hearing SS are in sharp contrast. There is... how should I put it? I feel there is a wall, or a gap, that lies between me and others.
SS is something that any idol in this country can't ignore. Simply put, it is to idols, like what tax return is to ordinary people.
That makes literally no sense, Ira. I appreciate the attempt, though. I see. Paying taxes is truly important.
I know you want to put it in a simpler way, but it seems that you're making it more confusing. What about we compare it to the Olympics for athletes?
Thought about that for a second, but then I thought, Hiro definitely doesn't know what the Olympics is.
I am not an athlete, so that metaphor doesn't ring a bell with me. Poor Hiro. I am getting a bit anxious. As an idol standing on the stage of SS, I shouldn't be so lighthearted now. It's like being thrown into the middle of a battlefield without even understanding what is happening. Even so, I must fight for survival.
Yes, we've always been like that.
Guys, please refrain from chit-chatting on stage like what ES units often do. Let's get going.
Yeah, that's right. We can talk off stage.
Impressive, Mayoi. You're always so reliable.
No, I'm sorry. It was presumptuous of me to say that. I just want to go home early because I feel like I will die if I stay here any longer. So I wrapped my pathetic true feelings into beautiful words. Mayoi. Well, I've heard about how cold Hokkaido is, and now I know it's true. We're alright since we are dancing and singing now, but if we stayed still silently, would we be frozen to death? Oh, we would be frozen to death.
What? Aren't you from somewhere close to Hokkaido, Hiro?
Have I ever said that? Music note.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry for the long warm-up. Please just take it as a cute part about our rookie idols and let it go.
Haha, I know we shouldn't have said that. What? What just happened?
I don't know, man. Yeah, but we are not that experienced, so to survive this great war, we'll have to use all weapons available. No, I should say, if we are not determined to do so, we won't win other idols assigned to this region. Win other? Do you mean against? Whatever. And to stand a chance against Trickstar, the champion of last year's SS.
By the way, what are they doing right now?
Who knows? If they aren't dead?
I'm getting a bit worried. Can we check out the live streaming? Yep, everyone from Trickstar who's lost in the jungle. Are you okay? Are you still alive? Please answer me if you are safe. Oh dear. Oh, hydrate. If you have water, you should hydrate, Sophie.
I do have water. Oh my god.
Excellent.
I do.
Thank you for the hydrate redeem, Hades. The peripheral at scratch? Huh? Dog.
Hello?
The dog is dogging, I guess. Ready for the next part?
Yes.
Okay. Several hours ago, somewhere in the venue of the qualifying round of SS that's tentatively called the Hokkaido Jungle. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Where are we, Yuki?
Why are you asking me?
Because I believe in you. Because I believe in you, Yuki. You can answer almost all my questions.
No. I'm glad to hear that, but the internet is down here somewhere, so I'm no better than a bird with clipped wings. Oh dear.
If your wings are clipped, run with your legs. You can do it, Yuki. I believe in you.
I don't have supernatural powers. I'm not an almighty god, you know. It's impossible to gather information without the internet. And I'm more of an indoor person. I've never walked through a jungle like this, let alone tell north from south now. Where Hokuto stands should be the north, right? The North Star of Trickstar.
Aww. Guess it is if you say so, Isara. Okay, everyone, follow me.
You're so stupid. But who says we can get out of the jungle by heading north? And calling Hokuto the North Star is just a put on his name, right?
No, he's so real. He's like, guys, we need help.
I don't want to entrust my life to a pun. That's such a funny sentence.
You call yourself a comedian, Yuki.
Look, I want to have a serious conversation, but you keep joking around, so I can't help but play along with you. You are such a nice person, and you got better with words. You would have flinched and run away in the past, even if people just called your name. Don't talk about my past. It makes me cringe thinking that I used to complain about not being understood by anyone. Just look at the me at present, Isara. Oh dear. Well, I'm doing so. With all the trees and stuff, the visibility is so limited that I can only see you walking in front of me. What is this place on Earth? Is it possible to see a jungle like this in Japan? Apparently.
It might be. Now we're in a place with the richest natural resources in this country that the last untaped frontier, Hokkaido. But Hokkaido is... Oh, that's yours.
But Hokkaido is Hokkaido, not a newly founded continent in the age of discovery or something, okay? Well, calm down and take a deep breath, Makoto. If you waste too much energy, you might really end up dead. Are the OnStar's boys about to get Blair Witched? Maybe. Possibly.
Sorry, one sec.
No worries.
That's right. We don't even know what time it is since our phones were confiscated. I guess we just walked for only about an hour, but we're pretty tired. We can still joke around like this now, but we'll dry up sooner or later. We should get to an inhabited area to secure food and shelter before we're exhausted. Damn. I was expecting some kind of penalty for our recklessness, but I never thought they'd push us over the brink.
Why did this happen to us? And why are they plotting against us? Why did things end up like this?
Hey! Here, everyone! I just found something interesting.
Wait, am I Subaru?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the Knights adjacent ones, remember? And then you're the other two.
The other two. Yeah.
I was wondering why you've been quiet. What are you doing, Subaru? Don't wander off. You might bite the dust here for real. Well, it's always nice to gently Isara is yelling, is he?
Can't be helped. No one can keep their cool in such a confusing situation. I tried to lighten the mood by cracking some jokes, but it was just a drop in the bucket.
No wonder you've been joking more often than usual today. You got time to make jokes. Let's think of a way to get out of the jungle, right, my leader? That's kind of cute.
Sure, I'm thinking. How about we send a smoke signal?
That's a good idea, but how can we make a fire? As idols, we don't bring lighters with us, do we? I would hope not.
That's when you can use your eyes.
Eyes?
Emit laser beams from your eyes. No, why don't we just focus sunlight through the lens of your glasses? Grade school science, isn't it?
Is his prescription strong enough?
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't actually work.
Like with a magnifying glass, sure, but like that's like pretty strong, not what would normally be glasses.
I don't know science.
I've heard that emitting laser beams from their eyes thing, okay? You look calm, but you actually lost your grip, haven't you, Hidaka?
Sorry, some sci-fi fantasy is stuck in my head because a suspicious person claiming to be my father keeps talking about robot anime with me these days.
He's being Gundam lectured by his dad. Huh? Never expected your dad to talk about robot anime, Hidaka. That's surprising. But which one exactly? The one where the protagonist is asked to go home if he doesn't get on a giant robot? Or the one where the protagonist's father falls down the stairs? I don't know what the second one is a reference to, but the first one's definitely Eva.
I've not seen any of these. My knowledge of Evangelion is so limited and weird. I only know the weird things.
I know like the memes to like get in the robot Shinji.
Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what he said. Most of the time his words just go in one of my ears and out the other.
Hey, don't leave me out of all the fun. I said come over here.
We didn't leave you out. You went up on your own, remember? What's wrong? What did you see, Subaru?
Who was the one character that I read for in like the Valley Girl voice?
I think that was Hokuto's dad, actually.
Oh my god, wait, you're right. How could I forget? Sorry.
It's okay. I'm honestly not sure what you're referencing, Hades, because I actually haven't watched The Blair Witch, so...
No, I don't know anything about Blair Witch. I literally, like, is it a movie? Is it a book? Is it real? I don't know what that means.
I know it's a movie. I think, like, it's supposed to be in, like, a homemade video type of style sort of thing. So, like, shaky camera and whatnot, but that's kind of really all I know.
I think I thought it was real. I don't know.
I think it's framed to seem like it's real, but it's not actually real. I could be wrong, though. I don't know enough.
Yeah.
Look, there's some camping equipment and tools, food and drinking water too, and even a book called Guide to Survival.
Convenient. Well, that's just way too strange. Hifamichu! Babu.
That, I did a good job, right? If we had followed this thoughtless Hoke, we probably wouldn't have found these necessities.
Vods.
I'm not blaming you, Hoke. We keep going relentlessly when left alone, so it's the fault of those who don't know about nature.
Well, not everything works out in our favor. I know we've gotten used to that, but the situation is even worse with the SS. The format of this year's SS has completely changed. We've become the uninvited competitors in the qualifying round.
Well, we suddenly decided not to skip the qualifying round as the winner. And I heard the whole venue went into chaos and on hearing this very decision of ours. I think next time we should think twice before acting, for once.
Of course, we've thought about it. At the very least, I've always considered what makes us who we are. To ensure we won't make the same mistakes during the first DDD, we won't let ourselves suffer from any regrets.
Why do you bring up DDD again? I mean, if you put it that way, except for Subaru and Anzu, we're all equally guilty, you know? Makoto got kidnapped. Say.
You didn't commit any crime. Everyone came back in the end anyways.
That was Izumi that committed a crime.
Izumi committed an actual, like, crime. However, I do understand it's not a good idea to go against the higher-ups all the time, especially in the current ES.
It's so true. We ended up here exactly because we went against the agency and the system of ES. As the champion of the SS last year, we were supposed to stand at the top of the idol industry, but in fact, we're gradually falling.
Don't be misled, Yuki. It just looks that way under the dominant Lee dollar system in ES. We've been doing whatever we can. We've been doing whatever we want at our own expense without asking for a penny from the agency. So now we're running out of money. However, money, or Lee dollar, is the one and only criterion?
Criterion?
It should be criteria, right?
I don't know.
Of ES. So we seem to fall behind others under the ES system because we're short of funds. The true value of idols can't be measured in Lee dollar.
No, now I see what you mean. It's like the Dreamfest system of Unomosaki, just old wine in a new bottle. Our values are presented in numbers so that people would easily understand and believe in the result. Or I should say, it's probably what the system is for, to present the value of idols, which is invisible and hard to understand in a straightforward way. Numbers don't lie. In the old days, when we didn't have such kinds of systems, the value of idols could be easily manipulated by TV programs and promotion. During that pre-internet era, as long as TV, radios, and newspapers all swore that something black was white, everyone would take what's actually black as white. That was how things used to be. And idols in that era, which were mainly created by and valued under the influence of media. Perhaps that's what they call Super Idol, who dominated the whole industry when Mr. Sagami was active, right? As a result, what was in the advertisements and the reality gradually became mismatched, which caused the decline of the idol industry at that time. People started to notice the illusions created by the industry. They became wary in case they were deceived again. Still, the industry tried to convince people that the super idol does exist. As a result, advertisement costs skyrocketed so much that the whole industry was drained. In a nutshell, everyone woke up from their dreams.
Hey, is that something we have to talk about right now? Shall we set up the camp, start a fire, and have something to eat first? We can't fight on empty stomachs.
Indeed, we must do that now since we're here for a war.
Stop it. Why do you always have to make everything sound so dangerous? That's how we got on the bigwig's bad side. Well, the word bigwigs also has a different meaning at present. In the past, we only had to be careful with the student council, but the current power structure of ES is so complicated that it's difficult to deal with. Well, for the moment we should be okay if we obey the wishes of our immediate supervisor, Tenshuin.
Wow, but I don't feel much of his presence in this SS. Apparently, the association is running this SS, so it might be hard for him to poke his nose into it.
And is probably going to participate in the qualifying round too, so you won't have time to hatch any plots.
Nope, H can hatch 100, even 200 plots over a meal. He can do it, I believe in him.
No boy. Is that a compliment or an insult?
I know, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
It seems Tenshuin, well, he and other seniors have also been held in check by the operations side of SS, or rather, that man.
That man? Which man are you talking about?
Forget it. We don't know if we're being monitored, so it's best to mind our words. Pointless to dwell on things we don't know much about and are not good at. Let's save the chatting and act now, as Akahoshi just said. We should focus on what we need to do. First and foremost, we need to get out of this bizarre Hokkaido jungle.
Wait, just as what I've said in the very beginning, I don't think we're in Hokkaido. What the heck is this place? Is it a different world? He literally said isekai. They got isekai'd into a forest. At the same time, inside an ES Idol exclusive helicopter above the city of Hokkaido. Very specific. It is Ira.
It is Ira. They just called it the Hokkaido jungle.
Oh my god, are they listening to that?
Yeah.
I'm confused, like, it's like a show, or like, I don't know.
I don't know, man.
We'll find out.
If the footage goes on air, it will definitely go viral and become a trending topic on social media.
Is it okay to air this? Will people in Hokkaido get angry, complaining that there's no jungle in Hokkaido at all?
Don't worry, the footage will be selected and edited before going on air, so it should be alright. After all, you're saying something that shouldn't be aired anyway.
Really? Which part is problematic? A lot of it.
First, the part that can be interpreted as criticism against the ES. It would damage the reputation of ES and Trickstar, so it would probably be deleted.
But criticism is always necessary for creating better systems.
Well, that's beyond our scope. That's something for the managers and shareholders of ES to consider. People have different responsibilities corresponding to their positions and roles. As idols, we have many things to consider, including how to fulfill our jobs and duties properly.
I see. Your words are always right, Tatsumi. We need criticism of current systems, but it's not something we should do while we're armed and fighting on the front lines. Soldiers should focus on defeating whatever enemies they face, overcoming obstacles, and marching toward victory, like hard-working ants.
I don't think that's a suitable metaphor, but generally, just as Hiro said. As unrecognized, inexperienced rookies, we still don't know if we can make it through the qualifying rounds of SS. So let's stop worrying and complete what needs to be done at present.
Okay, well, compared to Trickstar, everyone in our unit is much more serious.
I think they are serious and sincere about their idol activities in their own ways, but just hard for us to understand what they want to do.
I don't think anyone can understand. Maybe that's what their fans like about them. They're like a back in the box, you don't know what'll pop out before you open it.
As you say, they have their own rules, and we have ours. Let's keep up the good work and move forward step by step without pinning our hopes on miracles.
Mayo, you sound kind of like a caring mom.
Huh? Well, I'm not quite sure about it because I lost my mother when I was little. Is this what a mother is like?
Oh god.
No, not at all. I don't have the cheek to be a mother, huh?
It's okay, Mayoi. You were like a great mother to these kids. Meanwhile, you're also an irreplaceable partner to me. Oh my god.
I am not a mother or a wife, please. It was a joke, right? You're trying to soothe my nerves before the grand stage, right? I'm sorry for not realizing that and getting all flustered.
I just spit all over my computer.
Oh no.
SS is indeed a once-in-a-lifetime big stage for us and everyone. It isn't big enough to define the entire life of an idol, but it will at least significantly influence our idol activities next year. For underachievers like us who almost got fired by the end of last summer, but just started to bud, this is a crucial match that we can't afford to miss.
To be honest, I still don't quite get it. I only found out later that the stage I caught a glimpse of Trickster on at the end of last year was the well-known SS. With such a large audience and an extraordinary scale, it really was a grand event. But I didn't realize SS matters that much to idols.
You don't even really know about SS? Are you really living in this country, Hiro?
Who knows? I guess that depends on the definition. I think I'm living on the same land as you.
Since Hiro doesn't know much about SS, and I also want to sort out my thoughts before we join the competition, how about I explain SS to you? The rules have drastically changed this year, so it would be helpful for us to have a recap as well.
That's true. Sometimes when you know something well, you might just remember outdated, incorrect information without realizing it instead. And you'll probably embarrass yourself when talking about it with others. Moreover, if you talk about it passionately on social media like a know-it-all, your face will turn pale once you realize what you said is all outdated. I've made such mistakes several times because I'd blurt out everything in my mind when I got carried away. Now I've learned my lesson, so I always keep my antenna up for the latest information.
Yes, it is necessary. Let's try our best not to be some know-it-all or arrogant seniors in case we embarrass ourselves later.
But I don't think you need to worry about it, Tatsumi. I mean, you're always modest and honest about things you don't know. Now, you never jump to conclusions or make arbitrary assumptions.
Yep. You won't hesitate to turn to someone younger than you. For example, you asked me to teach you how to use a smartphone.
That's simply because I know my shortcomings. However, I always complain to Mayoi. I try not to hold back and keep everything to myself. So, like, does Trickstar know they're being filmed?
I don't think so. Like, I think
Sorry,
Trickstar... It's okay. I think Trickstar thinks that they're, like, actually stranded in some jungle that supposedly exists in Hokkaido, though.
Yeah. The first thing we should know is... The SS is an event to select the most outstanding idol. I think it dates back to shortly after the war and has continued until today.
I didn't know it has such a long history.
There are some other opinions, you know? Some may say the first modern SS is about 30 years ago. In my opinion, people associate it with some traditional festivals simply to lend it credibility.
Oh, I almost started reading as Ira. I'm not quite sure about it. Well, taking advantage of traditions has become a common practice of Cospro these days. I guess people might be impressed if you tell them something is long established. I guess the early organizers of SS utilized such a mindset to make it a huge success. They convinced everyone that SS was significant and meaningful.
That adds up. My hometown, it's also said that my ancestors are some imaginary beings depicted in myths. Like father, like son. It's genetically impossible for a god to give birth to a human. They are different species. Thoughts from Mayoi. So it's only right to deny the possibility that my ancestors were gods. But people from my hometown might be intimidated, and therefore believe my family carries authority.
Haha, that authority or power is what makes a god, right, Tatsu?
Yes.
Why are you patting my shoulder so cheerfully, Tatsumi? Oh dear.
Because I'm proud of how smart my kids are. Well, I guess I shouldn't put it that way since we are not their real parents.
Please. Well, we are drifting off topic. Let me take over the intro.
Oh, you're pretty calm, Mayo.
Honestly, Tatsumi is in high spirits because we are inside a vehicle, but I'm still my usual self, you know? Right, because Tatsumi likes vehicles, so simply staying inside a vehicle can make him happy.
Well, it's just my little idiosyncrasy. But no matter how much I love driving vehicles, I can never operate this ES idle exclusive helicopter.
Please don't ever. Don't think about it, Tatsumi.
No, he can't drive a car.
Yeah.
I'd like to rent a car when we go back to the ground. No.
Please don't.
It's a vehicle in a must. Vehicle is a must in a place as big as Hokkaido. Helicopter's not flexible enough, so we should have a car.
No, we won't let you drive Tatsun. I don't want to get exhausted or die in your car when we're in the middle of this extremely important SS.
It has been a long way before we arrive in Hokkaido, so feeling exhausted is perfectly natural.
Are your feet okay, Tatsumi?
Yeah, they've been good lately.
Excuse me for interrupting you. Please let me continue. The SS, as you have said, Tatsumi, has quite a long history. It's broadcasted on TV every New Year's Eve, so most people in this country are familiar with it.
Not so much lately, right? Young people nowadays don't really watch TV a lot, you know?
So true. You are young too, Ira.
And you are young too, Tatsumi. But I can tell you're an old soul from your hobbies and tastes.
He's an old man.
Yep, like drinking tea on the balcony or something.
Ah, that sounds great. It'd be better with nice weather and a cat on my lap.
Cat on lap is good, yes.
Sometimes I wake up and find myself sleeping on your lap, Tatsun. Does that mean you see me as a cat?
What the fuck? Bro, this was me when I was like, I'd kill for a fucking balcony.
He sometimes pets me on my head as well. We are the same, Ira.
But instead of a cat, I think you're more like a little puppy sometimes, Hiro.
Yeah, maybe you're right. He's much more responsive than a cat.
Then how do you see me, Tatsumi? No, please forget it. I don't think I want to know it. I'll be shaken no matter what you say.
Haha, we can't just stop chatting as always. Anyways, even SS, which boasts such a long history, has been going downhill as the idol industry declines. It's become much less watched and overshadowed by competing programs. There was a time when everyone kept their eyes on the SS to witness the rise of the next superstar.
Well, you're not one of those witnesses, right, Tatsun? You were not born when SS was in its heyday, right?
Yeah, it sounds as if I were there, but I just learned a smattering of it at class at Reimei.
Reimei Academy is affiliated with Cospro and has courses like idol studies.
When I was a student there, most people weren't really paying attention in classes, though. At that time, the top priority for Cospro's affiliated school was delivering results as idols. As long as you could do that, it didn't matter if you were academically weak.
Oh, really? Yuminosaki is doing the same thing then. But I think general education can open up possibilities for our future. Or maybe it's okay not to have that nowadays? ES has been thriving for so long, and it seems like we can make a living as long as we're idols.
But on the contrary, if ES broke down, we, all of us, would be left living hand to mouth. Sorry for spreading negative energy.
I say that all the time. To avoid the worst case scenario, we should do our part to support ES, no matter how small it might be. First, let's make an upcoming SS as exciting as possible. It's a grand national event, and I know it's hard for us to make a spectacular difference. But teamwork is the norm in today's society. Let's not presume we are weak as individuals, but give it our best together. Okay, it's been pretty okay so far.
Yeah.
Trickstar has lost, but
Yeah. Shall we get back to the topic? Well, SS, the once biggest event in the idol industry, has become nothing but a shell of its former glory.
That's true. Hardly anyone talks about it anymore. Only the otakus are still passionate about it.
Yeah, but the tide has been turned since last year. The SS was brought back to its golden days with funds and support from Tenshuin Foundation, an industrial giants affiliated with Causpro. A traditional media like TV and newspapers, which had lost ground to the internet, also caught the tide, and that made last year's SS quite spectacular and significant.
Did a lot of promotions. Like, there were sound trucks all over the streets, remember? And I was like, wow, is this world going to end or what?
That was why even people in my hometown were talking about SS then.
It was terrifyingly frantic last year. I was staying in the hospital at that time. Just by a few things I overheard, I could smell that something incredible was happening. It brings back my memory. I believe it's already been a year since then.
If you keep that far away look on your face, Ara's going to tease you, saying you're like a grandpa, you know?
That's not a tease, it's a compliment. I mean, that part about Tatsuna is lovely.
But somehow, I can feel a sense of disapproval. Ira, you do have a habit of saying something that sounds like teasing people you like. You're just like a kid who can't be honest about his feelings. I see.
What do you mean by I see? For the record, when I say something bad about you, Hiro, I mean it, you know.
Got it. Thank you for always pointing out what I need to improve, Ira.
Gee, it's like talking to a wall. Amen to your ears, Hiro.
It's wonderful that you are still your usual selves without getting nervous before such a big stage.
It still hasn't hit me yet. Am I really going to participate in this SS?
Only the qualifying round, though. Still, the way that ES is fired up is incredible. What I've heard, the budget for this year is apparently about 3 to 4 times larger than last year.
Some even estimate that it's about 10 times as much. Well, that was what I saw on the internet, and I don't know if it's real.
The last SS was incredibly large scale, so to beat it this year, it should amount to something incomparable.
That's right. Maybe ES got a taste for last year. Taste for success last year. But they could be splashing out for... They could be splashing out for the first SS since the establishment of ES.
Well, their efforts are likely to be wasted if they fail to get a head start, right? So to keep up the momentum, they're trying to make the SS a remarkable success on an unprecedented scale. I don't know much about management or politics, though.
Well, I'm sure those capable big shots and higher-ups have some plans, so I think we can trust them and look forward to it.
Yes, looking back, ES was just set up less than a year ago. The world has changed dramatically in the meantime. Idol has become a dominant concept across the world, so to speak. In this sense, SS could be regarded as a grand finale to the birth year of ES and a prayer for a prosperous future. I'm worried that things are kind of going out of control, but maybe it's just a groundless fear.
It's hard to say. I can only pray it will be more successful because a failure could spell doom for ES. As the participants of SS and people far from the political circle, this is the only thing we can do.
Yeah, let's pray and act to bring the best possible future, just like what we did last summer. Love Tatsumi. Peak character design, and it's just Tatsumi Kazehaya.
His special.
However, we should also keep the current situation in mind. The major session of SS will only last for 1 day on New Year's Eve. Before that, the interminable qualifying round, selecting idols who are qualified for the main event, the main competition of SS. I keep wanting to say yes. The 1-month qualifying rounds start from mid-November to mid-December, and people can take a short break for a week before the main competition at the end of the year. Starting this year, the entire series of events will be called SS, including the qualifying rounds and the main competition. Well, SS only referred to the main competition at the end of the year. ES probably thought it would be a waste if the festival with such a generous budget lasted just one day. If the festival includes the qualifying round, the entire month and a half can be spiced up. Therefore, ES, or rather the P Association, started to redesign the format of SS from scratch.
To be more specific, it's not the P Association, but more likely, that man who made it at his beck and call.
That man? Which man?
As much as I want to tell you about it, I'd better not. I was advised not to mention anything about him, which is why you
What
brought him
does
up.
Hiro know?
I don't know, man.
What? Who's he? Is it someone you know?
No.
You know other men?
No, I've never met him before, but I do remember that guy called Ibanyan from Eden overreacting on seeing him. By the way, as you may know, a few days ago, all unit leaders were invited to a brief meeting about SS in the ES conference room.
You did say you were going to attend a complicated meeting before.
Yep, actually, the meeting was so confusing that I felt completely lost. That's why I'm asking you all about the SS again. If I had known this, I would have asked Tatsumi to attend on my behalf. After all, it's him that's actually managing Alkaloid, not me. He's smart and experienced, so he should have gained much... Wait. Yeah, so he should have gained much more if he was there. Alright.
He didn't Ibanyan. If Ibar Sayagusa was there, that means members could go on behalf of their leaders. I didn't expect the meeting to be about something so significant. I was told that it was just a simple introduction. In that case, I thought it would be best for you to gain some experience without my meddling.
Yep, actually, the unit leaders were having some chit-chat at first. Like how we're rambling on right now. But the atmosphere changed when that man arrived out of the blue. Every time he spoke, someone's face would darken. In the end, the conference room was as silent as the universe.
What do you mean by that? And who the heck is that man?
I don't know. He didn't talk about himself at all, and even the name he used felt like an alias. He was a mystery. He seldom talked, but every time he spoke, it was brief and sounded like he was assigning business tasks, and you could tell nothing about his character from his words or actions. All I could know was that he was a very dangerous man. He probably has killed someone before, hello.
Probably has.
Yeah.
I don't really get it. That's scary. Who the heck is he? A gangster? I'll definitely stay far away from him.
Although that's concerning, I don't think there's anything we can do right now. It'd be a different story if he did something to Hiro, though.
He didn't. He just gave me an order, like what he did to other unit leaders present. I didn't feel like I was the only one that he had kept his eyes on.
An order? Is that the same as what we received at the qualifying round of SS? I almost did it again.
No, it's different. He called it a secret order.
An ordinary order is confusing enough. The secret order should be a special rule stating from this year's SS. I think it's meant to make SS more interesting by adding some fun elements. Like fans could have fun guessing who's been given what kind of orders, I guess. Actually, the order I got is really stupid.
Nah, you can tell anyone what your order is, you know. You'll get fined if you breach the rule.
I know, don't worry. I'm not that careless. But who knows? When the qualifying round's over after a month, I might spill the beans when I'm exhausted, perhaps. Ah, seriously. There's so much to do and think about. This SS is not easy. We've already come all the way to Hokkaido, so we can't give up and run away.
Oh, that's it.
Yep.
I also didn't get that they were in a helicopter for like until they said that.
I mean, it does just look like a vehicle.
Tatsumi loves vehicles.
Yeah.
That sounds so weird.
Yeah. At the same time, in the Hokkaido jungle, Trickstar is having a break. Good for them.
Once again, let's recap the rules of SS. This year, SS is divided into the qualifying rounds and the main competition. And right now, we are competing in a qualifying round. In the qualifying round, every unit applying for SS will be assigned to a certain area in the country. Idols must stay in their assigned areas during the whole qualifying round.
They're only allowed to leave for a solid reason, like some family issues or so. But there's no border checkpoint between prefectures, so I think the rule is not absolute.
But all the participants of SS are registered and managed by the P Association. Looks like they're monitoring our activities closely, so we probably can't make up some excuses to move as we want, and would undoubtedly see through lies.
That's pretty different from last year. We went all over the country back then.
We had fun last year, going everywhere and trying all kinds of food.
It was fun because it felt like we were taking a trip together. I didn't have such a kind of experience except for school trips.
Same here. At one time, I was just staying home and playing games all day.
Right. Well, since we had our fill of those fun trips last year, we have to forget it now and stay in one place. That is the rule.
That's the word you hate most, Toke.
But you were the class monitor who stuck to the rules, Hidaga. How did things turn out this way?
What's with that look? I have nothing against following rules as long as they are convincing.
But things don't always make sense in this world. You should learn to compromise a bit. But it's alright, Hokuto. That's who you are.
I'll give it a try. Idols assigned to different areas in the country will compete under the respective regional rules for 1 month. The rules might vary slightly from region to region, but basically, one who earns the most money wins.
Sounds like Monopoly, except for it's censored.
Mon-poly! I didn't quite get the metaphor.
Because it was censored.
Anyway, participate in idol activities in the respective regions during that month. Winning or losing... What is that?
SS lead car? Yeah, special.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Depending on the result.
The names might be slightly different, but SS lead dollar is basically the same as lead dollar. It's some kind of virtual currency, not cryptocurrency.
Yeah, it's all crypto. Yep. However, SS lead dollar can only be used during the qualifying round and can't be exchanged for lead dollar or Japanese yen. It'll be gone after the qualifying. It's literally crypto.
God.
So, under such rules, rich people like Eiichi can't just exchange all their money for SS lead dollar and win.
Right. At least during the qualifying round. He keeps saying qualifying round. It's like bothering me. We compete on the amount of SS lead dollar we earn.
In other words, it's like playing games in a game arcade. You need to manage coins that can only be used there and compete on the number you have at the end.
Yes. You have to be 100% sure before trying it. It should be similar to what we're doing in ES. Spend lead dollar to do idol activities and earn lead dollar through them.
Yep, we use SS lead dollar to rent practice rooms or place advertisements. We also earn SS lead dollar for our achievements. With that in mind, it's a competition of how much you can increase SS lead dollar in your hands within that certain period of time. Ultimately, the unit that has the most SS lead dollar will win, despite some slight differences in the regional rules. Only the winner can progress to the main competition at the end of the year. It's stuff that we must win to enter the main event. It means we must beat all the other units assigned to the same region.
Yeah, that's what SS is about, right? That's right. It's a competition to determine the very best. No, it's a war.
Why did he reward it? Calm down, Hokuto. Count to 10 and drink some tomato juice.
What? I'd love to if I could really find some in the jungle. Oh, I thought they like had some. Why did he say that? In a word, what we should do is keep doing idle activities and earn SSV dollar. We need to earn as much as we can within 1 month.
Yeah, but is that even possible since we're lost in the mysterious jungle right now? I was too anxious to notice it, but there are cameras watching us everywhere. I'm even wondering if we've been set up. There might be some reasons why we're cornered in here.
What reason? I think we're just being punished. Because we decided to start from the qualifying round rather than go to the main competition directly as the last champion. Maybe that upset the higher-ups and now they're punishing us.
So we've been thrown into this god knows where jungle? At this rate, we'll never reach Hokkaido, the place we've been assigned to. If the qualifying round starts as it is, we'll be disqualified for violating the rules by staying outside of the assigned region. Then people might say, the last champion, Trickstar, surprisingly out even before reaching the venue.
That's totally us. Pulling a surprise on everyone. That's Trickstar, isn't it?
Subaru has not been talking much.
Yeah. And this isn't the time for jokes. Hisada guessed right. The situation would be dire. I remember the qualifying round of SS is going to start at noon today. That means if we don't get out of here and go to the venue within a few hours, we'll be out. Nah, maybe we shouldn't have got carried away and given up the direct pathway. But that's our way of doing things. Like the Starfest last year. We didn't want any privilege, so we only wanted to stand side by side with everyone. To start at the same place, and prove ourselves as everyone does. Otherwise, we wouldn't acknowledge our achievements even if the public did.
To be honest, I don't really mind if we're disqualified or lost. The title of SS champion was nothing but a burden. But I was really happy that we won last year, which fulfilled my dad's wishes. We made an impossible miracle happen once, and that should be enough. Of course, I still want to compete with the idols we fought against last year across the country. Especially with Eden. I feel like they give up their champion to us. I want a head-to-head contest with them, fair and square.
Really? To me, Eden's not an enemy anymore. They're more like people on our side. And I don't like fighting and destroying each other.
Okay, Uki's saying that he can't stand you.
Okay. But I still love you no matter what. Aw.
Yep, your irrelevant speeches do tick me off sometimes. But it's reassuring to see how calm you are. You keep being your usual self in any situation.
There's no need to panic. Looks like you guys are scared of being disqualified for violating the rules. But don't worry, this is Hokkaido. No doubt about it. Look, a lot of the famous Hokkaido crabs are around here! No, it ended! Give me the damn crab! There it is! It's such a weird angle. Like, what am I looking at? Would not pick that up like that too. Like, I don't know. Like on him.
Yeah.
Hey, look everyone. We got crabs. Why did they capitalize crabs?
I don't know, but it sounds really bad out of context.
Goodness, this must be a blessing. Akahoshi just found some very basic camping equipment, drinking water, and canned food, but they wouldn't last us a day. However, with so many crabs, at least we won't starve to death during the qualifying round. Crabs are delicious and nutritious. The crab's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah.
There are so many of them. Countless crabs inhabit the jungles in Hokkaido. This is something that my grandma never told me. There are things you still don't know until you've actually experienced them.
Okay, Makoto, it's your turn to roast. What? Why me? Because I don't even know where to start. Neither do I. What are we supposed to do with this legendary, ridiculous comedian monster?
Guys, what's wrong? You should be happy that we've worked out a way to survive, shouldn't you?
Hey, Hoke! Just a quick question. Crabs usually live in the sea or rivers, right? Why are they in the jungle?
Maybe there's a river around, and they crawled out from there? I remember my father went on a show when they explored the jungle, and they caught crabs with canned food as bait. It was like catching insects. Did ES like plant these crabs?
Who knows?
They set the bait during the day, and those crabs swarmed at night like giant bugs. Yikes.
Because they do look similar in some way. Some say insects and crabs are both crustaceans. Stop
They're
it.
both arthropods.
Yeah. Stop it. If you continue on that, I think I won't be able to eat crabs or prawns anymore. But they are like sea bugs. Sorry, Mao. Sorry, Ma-kun. It doesn't matter to me though. However, even if we get these crabs, we can't eat them without cooking them.
Huh? But those crabs, aren't they already cooked? Their shells are red.
Isn't that what raw crabs are supposed to look like?
Oh, okay. See? That's the misconception of the digital generation. Crabs and octopuses look darker when they're alive, okay?
Yes, I think it's just that Hoke never cooks, so he doesn't know about it.
Maybe the crabs in Hokkaido are different.
I'm just where do you
crabs in Hokkaido?
Just where do you think Hokkaido is, Hidaka? On another planet or something?
Okay, even if the crabs in Hokkaido were red when they were alive, when you got in your hand is dead, right, Hoke? It's not moving at all.
Maybe it's pretending to be dead.
Why are you so stubborn? If it's dead, it's dead. I don't want to kill it just to eat it, you know? Even if you're warlike people, it doesn't mean you love to kill, right, Hokuto?
Remember ever saying I'm pro-war? But this does feel a bit strange. I was beside myself when finding food.
Speaking of what's strange, don't you think everything's a bit off at this time?
No. We told the organizers of SS, the Tea Association, that we decided to participate in the qualifying round. They just waited for a long time, and then they just got on a plane without a word. Got us on a plane without a word. We were only informed about the basics of SS, and that our destination was Hokkaido, before getting dropped off with nothing but ourselves.
And then, here we are. The plane landed at a military facility or something. We can't go back there. The security guards there didn't even speak Japanese. Oh my.
Oh my god.
They pointed their guns at us, so once we got close, I broke into a cold sweat, you know.
It's definitely weird. How come they couldn't understand us? The official language of Hokkaido should be Japanese.
The official language of Hokkaido?
Okay, you're not thinking of Hokkaido as another country, are you?
No, it's in Japan, but dialects and customs can differ a lot. You shouldn't assume everyone speaks the same language or has the same eating habits. Or should I say, it would be no more than arrogance to think in a way like like that.
Huh? So you're not just an idiot. You're actually trying to look at things without any bias, Hokuto.
But I still think he's an idiot. Let him be inclusive.
Sorry, Hidaka. I don't think I can keep defending you today.
I'm taking a picture of that.
Fair.
That's so funny.
I'm gonna screenshot that too,
That's
actually.
funny, actually.
Yeah.
It's annoying to hear from you two. Since when did we swap roles, you idiot duo?
Please stop that. We're involved in something really bad right now. You should be well aware of that by this point. I don't know who, for what purpose, put us in deep water, but we don't take anything seriously. We'll definitely be finished. And so, let's be a bit more serious from now on. Good luck with that now. Hopefully that works.
I was also thinking, like, how does he have time to do this when he's the damn student council president?
Well, like, they're allowed to, like, skip school and stuff as long as it's idol related and this event's definitely big enough.
Like they traveled so far, he's on a fucking thing with crabs, like.
Who knows?
They put him at the government facility.
At the same time, inside the helicopter, oh boy, back to Alkaloid. What do you mean by who for what purposes? I had a hunch that the members of Trickstar didn't fully understand the situation. They really don't.
They're so calm even though they're in an unusual situation. I thought they were fooling around because they figured out everything.
Trickstar's members always do that no matter where they are. Even at the SS last year, they were pretty happy-go-lucky until that broadcasting incident happened. That's what makes them approachable and lovely. They don't put on airs, but as SS winners.
Their strength lies in the fact that they can stay calm no matter what stage they're standing on. I should learn from them.
Just like how we can't beat Crazy B, we can't beat Trickstar either. And I mean, that's two different ways of distinctions. We're all just different in our own nature, as well as our positions. That doesn't sound like how Ira talks. When they were champions at the last SS, well, we are the underachievers at ES.
And the community was stirred up when the word went out that Trickstar had given up their pathway to the main competition.
Yeah, people who don't take interest in them were confused. Other fans were either stunned, like, they did the same thing again, or overjoyed, like, that's our Trickstar. They just couldn't do anything without making a scene around them.
I'd have been interested to watch if they fooled around somewhere else. This time, things are different. Having heard that Trickstar suddenly threw their hat into the ring and were assigned to Hokkaido as well. I was like, no way! The last champion? Seriously? How can we possibly win?
True. It would have been sheer luck for us to be assigned to Hokkaido. The idol industry hasn't flourished here, and it has few powerful units.
At most, there are some individual idols unfamiliar with the system of units. And the ES culture is not widely spread here yet, probably because it's in the far north.
Yes, but the new SS only accepts competitors and units. That's nothing new for idols from ES, but units has not become common sense nationwide. So the local individual idols could either give up signing up, or rig up some units overnight. Even though we just formed in the summer, we're more familiar with the unit system than those temporary units. Her experiences and abilities should have given us an edge.
Yes, it might sound a bit arrogant, but none of the other ES units that have been assigned to this area could rival us. Their lead dollar rankings are the same or lower than ours, and those popular and strong competitors have been assigned to other regions.
ES probably wanted to strike a balance in these arrangements so that the audience wouldn't just focus on certain areas or units. I don't want to judge anyone, but the units in Hokkaido seem weak. I know it's an arrogant statement. We used to be underachievers at rock bottom. Any unit out there could step above us.
Even so, this time, we stand a chance. Seems not impossible to survive the qualifying round and advance the main competition of SS where our dream and aspiration lie. We've overcome the difficulties and put in all our hard work. We deserve it. Or so we thought. Then Trickstar jumped to the game and crushed our faint hopes. I thought, I thought it was all over, and our future had turned dark. I never expected to win SS or to stand at the top of the idol industry, but maybe we can make it to the main competition and show the public that we are qualified idols. I feel so disappointed right now, probably because my expectations got too high from the good draw. Trickstar is quite cruel in that sense. That speaks for how much the title of last year's champion weighs, and the direct pathway has been set so that the SS participants won't be intimidated from the very first step. They just refused it. It's understandable if they were slandered as cruel and arrogant. Cruel and arrogant, yeah. I know it's terrible. They didn't have to come all the way just to trample on the underdogs, did they?
But I don't feel malice in what they did.
Isn't it even worse that they're trampling on us without any malice? No, I don't want to be crushed like a bug. Indeed. But we won't just sit and wait to be trampled on and crushed. Besides, the operation might have taken that into account. So they've taken away an important weapon from Trickstar. Weapon? What do you mean? It's time. Right now, they're trapped in a jungle somewhere in Hokkaido. They're not engaging in any idol activities. They won't be disqualified because they leave the assigned region. However, they can't earn any SS Lee dollar as long as they stay in the jungle.
Nah, that's right. To earn SS Lee dollar through idol activities, you have to get your applications approved first. They certainly didn't apply to be thrown into the jungle for work, so it's all pain, no gains for them.
Yeah, now all we should do is continue with our idol activities and earn SS Lee dollar. It's not likely that Trickstar will stay in the jungle for the entire qualifying round. By the time they go out of the jungle, they would be left far behind the SS Lee dollar ranking. Even for a stronger and more formidable unit, it would be difficult to make a comeback from the bottom. Odds are in our favor.
Makes sense. Other idols probably feel the same way, seeing the live stream of Trickstar vs. Wilds. All the other idols in Hokkaido can watch the live stream, so the operations committee is trying to tell us. Trickstar has been isolated, so they won't be able to participate. And they won't make it through the qualifying round, so forget about them and stick to your plans. Don't be intimidated, just keep doing your idol activities.
Indeed. I can feel the operations committee is determined to make sure nothing unexpected will happen to this year's SS. No miracles, no accidents. But miracles are synonyms for Trickstar. Now we can only offer them our sympathy.
Fumichu. I gotta send these text that says Shrips is
Shrimp is bugs. What is that from? I've seen that on Twitter.
I don't know.
God, where are we now?
At Scratch episode 10. Oh. At the same time, inside the ES building, the headquarters of the SS Operations Committee. Oh boy. Gatekeeper. In quotes.
What a hassle. Some of these idols are too sharp for their own good. I should not underestimate them and think that those ignorant children know nothing. And that by itself is yet another hassle. Idols should just be idols, only thinking about how to make money with the songs, dances, and looks they pride themselves in. There's no point for livestock like swine, cows, or chickens to think about politics. Eating too much will only get them stressed out and make their meat taste bad. No one wants that, let alone the fans, am I right? Well, whatever. Struggle as you want, for nothing will change. This year's SS will end with everything under control, from start to finish. No commotions, nay. We even have full control of when and where the commotions will occur. For us operators, the curtain will fall exactly as planned, just like getting on the same train and arriving at the same station. That's the way it's supposed to be. That is the order of the world. Gods have left the earth. No one could work miracles in this world ever again. However, some fools still dare to proclaim themselves as gods, acting as if they were God's successors and thinking they could work miracles. Let the divine retribution fall on them. let them shower in ridicule. Amen. Oh god. Hey, say something. It feels like I'm just a weirdo talking to myself here.
You are.
What if someone falls in love with me for my unique personality? Is that only me when I talk for too long? I'm like,
Oh dear.
yeah, you guys falling in love with me? Look, I'm talking to you. Let me think. You're called Anzu, right? Aren't you the famous producer that the ES brags about? You're as good as they say. Why don't you try a little harder to amuse me? Huh? You think I'll get angry if you talk to me? I'm not angry. I'm just denying it. You keep putting cross on the wrong incorrect things. That's my role. Nah, precisely, that's my hobby. A way to kill time. I returned to this pathetic country because I found a new document that contained the Exalted Lord's last wish. And I thought that fulfilling his wish would console his spirit. But honestly, I'm not interested in any single one of you. I feel absolutely nothing for idols or any single thing that is related to idols. I wouldn't even compare a thought for any one of you. Maybe that's why the Exalted Lord, our God, took me into his confidence. Our Exalted Lord was greedy and arrogant more than anyone else. He wanted to keep his beloved idol all to himself. Let's say you have someone you love. You'd get mad if someone made eyes at that person. You'd be jealous just seeing that person exchange words or share eye contact with someone other than you. That was the kind of emotion the Exalted Lord had towards the concept of idols. He loved idols so much. The idea of modern idols was created by the Exalted Lord. All idols were like children he had given birth to. For the greatest god and king in the world, the only thing he loved was his own child, the one that related to him by blood. That's insane, isn't it? But that's why I love him. I took no interest in anything that could not love anything. But I learned what love is through his madness and love. Looks like you have no idea what I'm talking about. I just thought it would be better to let you know who I am, even a little bit. Don't get me wrong, this is not some stupid icebreaker stuff. I just didn't want you to misunderstand or misinterpret me so that you wouldn't get the wrong idea and go against me. I've looked up you and modern idols thoroughly. I have a good grasp of how you think and how you act. Idols must be important to you, especially Trickstar, who discovered you and gave you the opportunity to find your self-worth and exert your talent. You can't help but love them from the deep of your heart, don't you? Wow, that's great grammar. That feeling's getting in the way. Since I'm taking the lead, I'll ensure SS goes smoothly and systematically. It'd be inconvenient if bugs in the name of feelings get in the way of you, who should be at my beck and call. Becoming emotional is the same as getting sick, and the infected ones are useless at work. Emotions are just brain functions, and measuring them is not impossible. It's just utterly troublesome. That's why I put the shackles on the idols in the name of orders. And for the potential troublemakers on the operator side, namely you, I'm giving you a warning. Seiya Hidaka is an eyesore too, but he knows how to calculate properly. That's why the Exalted Lord took no interest in him, and why he was able to survive. But he was the only exception. For the rest of the fools, it is necessary to make them understand, even if it takes a lot of words. Don't get ahead of yourself, Anzu. I'm telling you. As planned, Trickstar will be put down and completely eliminated in this SS. Do not get in my way. Never. That is an order from me, the temporary leader on the SS Operations Committee. If you defy me, I'll kill you. I'm not kidding. I can kill you and all of your beloved family and friends.
That's nice.
Damn. I don't like him. Isn't he American too?
I don't know. The only thing that
I literally have heard, like, he's American.
That honestly explains a lot.
They were like, I read this really funny tweet one time, and someone was like, they needed a villain that was even better than H.E. They're like, who's more evil? Americans. Like,
I mean, a few days after the qualifying round of SS has started, in the hotel where Alkaloid is staying. That's me!
That's so cute.
Yeah, that's Hero speaking, alright. Yep, today's food is delicious as usual.
Yes, of course, as expected from Hokkaido. I almost said Hokuto. All the ingredients enjoy high quality, especially the dairy products and seafood. I'm afraid I'll become a picky eater if we stay here longer.
Thoughts from Mayoi?
Oh, Mayoi, you're really late. Did you get lost?
No, it's true that I tend to get lost in a place that I'm not familiar with, but I'm not a little kid.
Still, let's stay together for the time we're in Hokkaido, so we won't get lost. For some reason, you always avoid going into the hot springs with us, Mayoi.
I said I won't get lost. I'm the type that can't stand it when I don't have time to myself.
Ah, I see.
Why do you look so happy? I didn't really join in with you guys a lot.
The old you wouldn't have told me that you wanted to be by yourself, Mayoi. You would have belittled yourself, saying, you wouldn't feel comfortable being with someone like me for 24 hours. So I can truly feel that you're growing up too, Mayoi.
Please don't look at me with those caring eyes. You're acting like curious people recording every small growth of his flower with rapture. It's so scary that you can tell the changes happening in me that I didn't even notice myself.
Alright, Mayoi, don't make a racket in the hotel. Though ES seems to have reserved this whole place for idols who are not the only guests.
Whose fault do you think it is in the first place? As usual, you get along so well. It looks like other SS participants are still nervous and all on edge. But we're just being our usual selves. It's kind of reassuring. In our case, we don't have much to lose, so we can take it easy. Be it bad shape or a bad outcome that's failed us in the end. No one's gonna be surprised if we don't make it through the qualifying round. Instead, people would just be like, okay, I knew that.
True, even if we don't win, as long as we put up a good fight, we'll get recognized for our efforts. In that sense, we can take it easy.
I know you guys will be alright, but please don't get too careless. We've been at the bottom of the heap until the last summer, so I don't think we can become SS champions and stay at the top of the idol industry in less than 6 months. Apparently, not a single person thought so, not even ourselves. Still, even if we can't win the qualifying round, we've got to achieve something, at the very least. We need to be in the top 5, or I'll be troubled. Troubled? What do you mean by top 5? That's kinda specific. It's... well, the problem is that this is something I can't say. You can't tell us? That means...
So it's an order.
Oh, seriously, it sucks. I've gained too much weight. This is bad. No matter how many times I weigh myself, thought I lost weight after taking a shower. But it was just that I lost some water in me.
Why, Ira? It's bad manners to shout like that.
I was getting scolded in the same way that I got. Oh, how pitiable to be the same as me.
What do you mean? Why are you in such a good mood, Mayo? Hang on, didn't you just talk about order? Was that something you could tell? What?
Was that something you could tell other people?
No, we shouldn't keep the details of the order a secret, or we'll get fined a pretty large amount of SS Lee dollar.
That was close. I was just about to ask everyone's advice on the orders.
Well, even if you don't, it's easy to tell from the way you're acting. In your case, Ira, it's probably something like, you must keep a certain body weight during the qualifying round.
Damn!
Don't say it aloud! Is it okay if someone else said it? Wait, is that it?
Well, as I interpreted it, it's okay as long as you don't say it yourself. Still, we should be careful if we don't want our efforts to be vain by getting fined for such a trifle.
Even after surviving the restructuring last summer, we're still racking our brains about money.
Yeah, that's the adult world, the capitalist society. It's sad and disheartening that you could only talk about idols from a business perspective. Anyhow, each of us SS participants has been given an order. Everyone must stick to that order during the qualifying round of SS, or we'll be fined. There's even an online guessing game about what kind of order has been given to whom. It's probably the fun element you mentioned the other day, Ira. I've got a bit of an awkward order, so I'm not sure what to do, and it looks like the order that Heroes got is quite tricky, which means the difficulty level of each order may vary.
As I mentioned before, each unit letter was given a secret order at the meeting the other day. It's different from the regular order, and only the leaders have to follow both the regular and secret orders.
Wow, double the trouble, poor hero.
No problem, I'm good at following orders, though I don't think I can handle the secret order by myself. I'm sure that we can get it done if we do it together.
That kind of expectation is too much for people like us, right, Mayo?
Yes, but it's so encouraging to have someone genuinely believing in you. It makes me want to work harder with all of you. Yep, let's work on this together. That's alkaloid. Cute.
Cute.
Yeah, it's crazy how we've only seen 2 units, like...
Yeah.
Cause like, everybody shows up eventually, I think.
Yeah, but I think like, since it was like the tour event type of style, I think it might just be like the primary units until like the very last one.
We're gonna have to wait till they put it in English.
Yeah.
Well, let's dig in.
Yeah, here, enjoy your meal. Oh, wait, I didn't make the food. Why should I say something like that? Still, it's important to do your greetings and prayers before and after a meal. Thank you for all the lives that nourish us.
Music note. We haven't eaten together much since we moved into different dorms. I kinda miss Tatsun's prayers before a meal.
Yeah, it reminds me of last summer. Even though it was just a few days ago, everything feels like a dream now.
Vods.
Huh? Ira, Hanabashi is a bad manner, you know?
What's Hanabashi? Sometimes you use ancient words I don't know, Mayo.
It's part of table manners. Hanabashi refers to pushing away the food you dislike with chopsticks. It's not healthy to be fussy about food, and it's rude.
That's right. Ira, you won't grow taller if you don't eat properly, you know?
What?
I don't think you have to force yourself to eat something you don't like, so there's plenty of food in the city. We can afford to choose what we want to eat. So, I'll finish off what you don't like, Ira.
Hey, don't do that! Chopsticks are gonna kiss each other and surround.
That's so cute, the way he's...
The chopsticks are gonna kiss each other!
I can't. No, I see. It's because Irish is going to get fined for violating the order he was given, which is not to gain weight. So you're not being picky, but just trying to prevent gaining weight by controlling your calorie intake. It makes sense. Theoretically, you won't gain more weight than you eat. But that's unhealthy. You should eat properly. You're not Hansel and Gretel. It'll just be a small fine. You won't get eaten by some witch if you gain weight, right?
But I don't want us to be disadvantaged in the qualifying round of SS just because I got fined.
Then you should eat properly and take enough nutrition during lives in the qualifying ground is the quickest way to earn the most SS Lee dollar. Since we're going to have live shows every day, our bodies won't keep up if we don't eat properly. That's right. If the order were to maintain a certain weight, it'd be a problem if you lose too much weight.
I was gonna use the order as an excuse to ask you guys to eat the food I don't like.
You bad boy.
See, I didn't know you could use the order that way. To insist that there's no other way around it because it's an order. To push for things that you usually wouldn't do. It was made clear that one had to keep the details of the order a secret until the end. So someone could be cunning enough to use a fake order to commit fraud. What do you mean? For example, one could claim he has no choice because it's an order for him to sabotage the other units. It's more convincing if there's no other way, rather than telling people it's for your own desire. That's how the order can be used as an excuse, just like our distant ancestors who repeatedly waged wars in the name of God. As God desireth it. SS is a nationwide event, with everyone's eyes fixed on it. With the order as an excuse, one can commit atrocity remorselessly. Even if you show your evil part, which you'd normally keep a secret from your fans, they just assume you're carrying out your order. I'm sure those experts in scheming have realized this and are making good use of it. Yeah, he said fraud.
Yeah. Who knows why he's talking about the Crusades, his special.
I thought no one could play foul since the whole SS is being filmed. I thought we could just do ordinary idol stuff, you know? Come on, it's gonna turn into another ugly conspiracy battle.
Don't know, but I guess no one would go too far, even with the order as an excuse. Actually, we should think of the order as something that, to some degree, restricts the actions of those radicals, like Crazy Bee. Idols will do whatever it takes to get their hands on the title of SS champion, just like the war for resources like energy and food.
At least, that's how it used to be. But now, with the way Trickstar, the last year's champion, is as of now, I'm afraid the title of the SS champion has become much less appealing.
Yeah, that title was supposed to mean everything. The super idol that conquered the SS would be honored in every possible way. Of course, there were a lot of super idols who disappeared without taking much advantage of that position. As a result, they were devoured by those that came after. Mr. Jin Spagami and Mr. Seiya Hidaka, whom we met at the ES, were not SS champions. But they were able to stand at the top of the industry by feeding on the rich bounty of the champions and turning into their own strength. Actually, when you unpack the history, there are a lot of people like them, those who come in second or third places at SS, but eventually overtook the champions and gained supremacy. They gained everything by preying on the super idol, the SS champion, who's like a gem full of preserved nutrients.
I don't know much about history, but am I right in saying that the SS champion will be fed with everything in the industry and pounded up way beyond the limit? At least, that was the system they had. The SS was probably a ritual to artificially create the finest feed, the super idol.
Of course, there were instances where the super idol didn't end up as feed and became very successful. Even if the SS champion, who became the super idol, was to be devoured by those who came after, he digested the finest feed inside and transformed it into tremendous strength. Thus, the one who preyed upon the super idols becomes the next super idol. Those who eat gods or demons become gods or demons themselves.
That's horrifying.
That's just another way to see it. Reality is not as simple as just putting it down as the law of the jungle for wild animals.
Yep. Besides, the ritual does fail at times, such as Trickstar, who should become the finest feed at last year's champion. But I don't think you can get everything even if you defeat and devour them.
Because this year is special. The nutrients that were supposed to be poured into the SS champion, Trickstar, were already completely consumed while getting ES back on track.
It's probably better to take the future of the whole industry into consideration rather than giving everything to an individual or a single unit. Trickstar is kind of feeling the brunt of the changing times, which is a bit sad.
Oh, they probably don't care. They're not self-righteous types who only think about themselves. My club president, Isara, told me during club activities that starting from the very bottom, that enjoyed themselves even at the most challenging times. Looking at their smiles, I think even if they don't reign over the top of the industry or make a lot of money, they're always happy, wherever they are, just like us. See, they're probably happier being made light of right now, rather than being proud after as the final speed by those around them. Maybe that's why they're splurging recklessly. Thieves won't target someone without any savings. Perhaps with that in mind, they chose to spend money like water at the Big Bang. They didn't take it all as the winner. Instead, they gave what they had to the weak and less fortunate. It's impressive. They should be called saints. No, I don't think they are thinking that far. But on the other hand, it's also incredible if they do it out of instinct. That means they're the real deal. That they were born to be righteous and kind. That's unfair. You have to think about all the dirty stuff. We can't live as righteously as they do.
I actually prefer people who think too much. They have more of a human touch.
Yes, Trickstar might look that way from the outside. Deep inside, it must be the same as us. Flesh and blood, suffering and struggling.
Really? Do those guys have worries? Haven't they always adapted to the jungle and are starting to enjoy themselves just a few days?
Oh my. At the same time,
Cold War.
the Hokkaido jungle.
The meat is ready!
Getting better and better at this, Akahoshi. It looks delicious.
Why do we have to live like we're in Monster Hunter? I miss civilization. Not being able to go online or play games is making me restless. I'm kind of starting to enjoy this though. This is a rare experience in itself, right? Even though it's said that you should work harder when you're young, I don't think we need to experience something like this.
You look pretty exhausted, Uki. No wonder you call yourself an indoor person.
I don't call myself one. I am one. Especially with all the cameras in the city these days. Doesn't everyone walk around with high-spec smartphones that look like spy gadgets? So it gives me a lot of stress just to walk around outside. Ah, right. You're scared of cameras. We don't really know the reason behind it, though. Yep, it's hard to explain because there wasn't anything special that made me dislike them. Interesting. It's more like how hay fever slowly affects your body with allergens. I see. It'd be easier to overcome only when there's a simple reason. Yep, but I've been getting a lot better these days. It's probably getting cured bit by bit. Or maybe I learned how to put up with it, thanks to you guys. I'm also becoming a bit stronger.
That came out of your hard work, Yuki. We just gave you a bit of a helping hand.
Exactly! If we really wanted to cure your camera phobia, we would have gone the rough way by locking you in a room full of cameras.
That's scary because you might actually do it, you know, Akahoshi. Well, no one's gonna suffer if all the diseases can be cured in the way they do in mangas. Let's take everything seriously and do it one step at a time, even though you guys are not good at that. Because those two always jump ahead. You're actually like that too, you know? I always worry I'd be left behind if I don't watch out.
Don't worry, we'll always stay by each other's side like we did at SS last year.
Oh, Subaru! In that sense, we're much more composed than at the first DVD. because everyone's here together. Sad I don't get to see Anzu much here since she's busy with the SS Operations Committee. Still, I'm not alone. As long as you're all here, I can do anything. I feel like I can even fly. Speaking of fly, I don't suppose we can get out of this jungle on foot. So how about we attack the military base we saw before and hijack a plane?
Sure. How about... Come on, what are you thinking about? Even I can't be bothered to roast this. If we attack the base, we'll just end up getting killed. Even if we succeed, we'll make us criminals and, to remind you, none of us can fly a plane.
Who's flying this plane?
Yup, but we do need some kind of transportation. My body's reaching its limit after walking in this rough jungle for such a long time. Even if we do get out, it'll be hard to go on stage.
Maybe that was the intention of whoever threw us into the jungle. Even if they let us out at some point, we're probably too exhausted to perform by then. There's a big chance that we'll disgrace ourselves so much that people wouldn't think we deserve to be the SS champion. Maybe they're setting us up to fail and embarrass ourselves. Who's setting us up? Tenshuin? No, it's not him. There would be no benefit for him in doing this. It's not Father either. I don't think he has that much interest in me right now. And Hoke's papa is on the operator side as someone from the P Association this time, right? Yeah, what a shame. I was planning to crush him this time.
But to be honest, I am relieved that the last active Super Idol's not participating. I heard about what happened at the Rebirth Live. We never stand a chance against him if he's serious about winning.
That one's not interested in winning or losing. He always does what's best in that particular situation. But for some reason, he always acts weird in front of his son. He only shows his uncalculating real self in front of you, Hoke. Doesn't that mean he loves you? Don't expect there's such a cute side to him. It's just that he's not an idol in front of me. Far from a rival, he doesn't even see me as a professional in the same industry. He looks down on me. Well, my dad was always that super idol, even in front of me. So I'm actually a bit jealous of you, Hoke. What? My dad was always the same as he was on TV. He's probably still watching over me with the same expression in heaven.
Going that far, as Hokuto's father does, is almost surpassing the boundary of human beings. Oh, I didn't mean to disrespect either of your fathers.
It's alright. I'm used to those harsh words. My love for my dad won't change, no matter what anyone says. Aww.
Let me see how many are
I am thinking of reading one more and then perhaps calling it.
Yeah, that's fine. There's a lot left, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Episode 5.
Dots from Hoke.
What's wrong, Hokuto? You've been quiet with an angry look on your face. Do you have a stomach ache? Hidaka must have eaten all the crabs because he didn't want to waste them. I know we need to eat them all as soon as possible before they went bad, but there were obviously too many.
But even my loving and caring grandma would get mad at me for wasting food. She said that it's disrespectful to lives. That's right! We're taking away their one and only lives. So we should probably finish our food without wasting a single bit. We hit it off surprisingly well, Akahoshi. As someone who cooks, I can't help but say that. It's so depressing when there are leftovers.
It was a pleasant surprise to find out that Subaru and Makoto are good at cooking. I did know that you guys do homework pretty often with only your moms around at home. Yeah, and it's been a lot easier for me after moving into the dorm since I don't have to do any housework. Though, I am kind of worried about my mom living alone, especially considering she doesn't have some necessary skills in life. I have to go home during the New Year's holiday and check on her. Well, but she came to cheer me on last year's SS, so she might come this year too.
You also sent your mom the ticket for the main competition of SS, right?
It'd be awkward if we didn't get through the qualifying round.
In that case, I'll sit next to my mom in the audience and enjoy other idols' performances. She finally doesn't look so sad when she sees idols these days.
I didn't know that. I guess she couldn't help it. So that's why we haven't seen her much. Unlike my family, who's always around.
Yep, my mom's okay with me being an idol. Or rather, she's glad to see me doing idol activities. It used to be the only time she'd smile.
Right. Let's break through the qualifying ground and progress to the main competition, so that Subaru's mom won't be sad.
Aww.
And then, we can all wish our families a Happy New Year on that stage.
Good idea! We couldn't afford to do that last year because it ended in a mess, and we slept like we were dead.
We're always like that after a big stage, giving it all we had and falling asleep and satisfied.
I'm bursting with energy because we basically haven't done anything yet. I can't wait to get out of the jungle. I've had enough. Yes, we didn't come here to explore the wild. We came here for idol activities.
Well, wandering around the jungle counts as an idol activity somehow. It's because Alkaloid approached the higher-ups and implied on our behalf. For this to be aired as a program online and acknowledged as an idol activity. That's why we can take it easy and chill out like this.
Yep, the scariest thing for us was running out of time and losing for getting out too late to earn any SS Lee dollar.
Was it Alkaloid that got in touch with us about it?
Yes, according to Alkaloid, most of the food and supplies found here and there in this jungle were prepared by the SS Operations Committee. And thanks to the donations from our fans and SS Lee dollars spent by other units, the amount and variety of supplies also increased. So that's why there are so many. Well, maybe too many supplies scattered around the jungle.
I do appreciate it. I just wish it's not crabs all the time. The crabs are funny though.
Yeah. Let's relish them in gratitude. Anyhow, Alkaloid successfully slipped in a letter for us in the supplies. Thanks to it, we can finally exchange information with the outside world. Though it's just one-way communication, it was still a great help. That's right. It's great that our juniors are so reliable, and so are our fans. Not like the SS Operators Committee, who wouldn't even give us supplies for free.
Yeah, it's more like they forced us to buy supplies. They even wrote that payments would automatically be deducted from Trickstar's account. I wouldn't mind if it were the regular Lee dollar, but what if they're talking about SS Lee dollar? Even if we managed to get out of the jungle safely, having spent all the SS Lee dollar. It would only mean we'll come out with 0 funds. In the worst case scenario, we might have to catch up from a deficit. Well, we need food and sleep to survive, so we have to buy from them. Again, I feel like we were treated terribly. I wonder what we did wrong, really. Oh my.
So they did plant the crabs there, that is confirmed.
Yes. Already cooked crabs.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, they could have put something like crabs are expensive, like I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's funny though.
It is funny.
Already a new daily scout. Where is it? There it is.
Yes.
Let's get this out of the way, because I probably won't log into OnStars tomorrow.
Natsume!
I got Ray Sakuma.
You did?
Yeah.
Oddballs, Odd Squad, let's go!
Okay, let me find someone to raid. Is anyone else streaming OnStars right now? No, of course not. It's worth checking anyway, though. Hmm. I think I'm going to go ahead and raid Ayumi Tenko. She is currently playing Risk of Rain 2, apparently frying her remaining brain cells one by one, so that's exciting. Yes, end already, Hades. Sophie is 3 hours ahead of us, so...
Yeah, it's my 2 a.m. over here, sorry.
Yeah, it's late for real, for real. Do you have any parting words for chat?
I like these chapters actually. Like, there's weird stuff happening, but like, I cohesively followed the storyline this time.
Yeah.
Often I am confused.
Yeah. It's actually making sense for once.
Yeah, and like, crabs are pretty cool.
Crabs. Well, alright. Until next time, everyone. Bye-bye.